a comment that was made on Facebook the other day about being a submissive woman. They were saying that a submissive woman controls her man, and I agree with that. I think until we begin to talk in honesty and transparency and stop pandering to both sides, especially to the sisters, because there is so much entitlement, and because men have been quiet for so long, and it's been the men that has been quiet were the type of men that y'all really need to be listening to. The men that doing the most talking ain't the ones, they don't have nothing to say anyway.
What's good? It's your boy Quay Price, man, holding it down for Kandid Konvos. Definitely check us out every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. People today, they lazy. Ain't nobody trying to put in no work. If stuff start getting a little rough in the relationship or in the marriage, ain't nobody trying to fix nothing. Like, I mean, that's how people's mindsets are today. Yeah, but that's how I know that folks don't truly understand what marriage was about, because they tap out way too easy. Yeah, you see people fight harder for a job, like they can't go get another one of them in 2 weeks. Yeah, she's talking about these guys coming to these foreign countries and sourcing out these foreign women because they possess these character traits. Yep, they're more cooperative when it comes to a man, or they're more cooperative when it comes to a marriage and a relationship. They're more, nurturing forward when it comes to a relationship. They're more I don't even want to use the word soft, but I'll use the word soft. They're softer when it comes to, these relationships and interactions with men and so forth. And like I said, we definitely got to be honest. We see a difference, right? We see a difference. And I think, Chloe and Tay made some good points earlier. A lot of this stuff is based around money over here in the West. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Kandid Konvos. I'm your host, Quay Price. We got Coco on deck. Say what's up to the people, Coco.
Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Man, shout out to all of y'all joining us tonight. Do me a favor if you haven't already. Smash that like button for us. Smash that like button. Likes are free. Also, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to all my YouTube folks holding us down. My Facebook folks holding us down. Also, hit that share. Let's say we want to get these conversations out to as many of our people as possible. We can only do that via shares and likes. So definitely hit that like button. Also, hit that share as well. All right. Let me do this real quick while I'm thinking about it. So here's the link to join us on the panel. You can drop this in your Google Chrome, your Microsoft Edge. If you're coming through an Apple device, you got to use Safari. But yeah, join us on the panel. Don't be scared. Come on with that camera on, and let's have this conversation. In addition to the video feed here, we also have this link in all the chat feeds as well. So you can catch it at the Kandid Konvos page on YouTube or Facebook, or you can shoot us a message. We'll get it to you that way. I'll leave this link up here a little bit as we get into the conversation. And let us know if you need that link. All right. See who we got checking in early on this Wednesday. Shout out to Kenyatta in the building. She said, happy Wednesday. What's going on, Kenyatta? We appreciate you holding us down tonight and every Wednesday night. Appreciate you. Shout out to my guy, Donovan. He said, what up, though, fam? What's going on, Donovan? Appreciate you, brother. Always holding us down every Wednesday night. Appreciate y'all. All right, cool. So, yeah, if I'm going to drop this link down for a minute. Let us know if y'all need this link, and we can bring it back. Let me see. All right, we dropped that down. Well, we got comments coming in. Let's see. Kenyatta said, yes, she said, yes, sweater. Come through, Coco. Okay.
This is a blanket scarf, y'all.
Oh, man. Shout out to, appreciate that comment right there, Kenyatta. Appreciate that comment.
Thanks, girl.
Shout out to Eva Wright in the building. She said, hey, what's going on, Eva Wright? Appreciate you joining us tonight as well. Always holding us down. Appreciate you. Shout out to the Wrights in the building. All right. Is that JR? JR, is that you, man?
Hello, everybody.
How you doing, man?
I'm all good, thanks. How's everyone doing?
Doing well.
That's good. That's
you,
good. Ready for the
you
holidays?
get that weather together over there yet, man?
Say again, sorry.
That's it. You get that weather together over there yet, man? Or it's still cold, man?
Yeah. Nah, it's still wet. It's cold and it's getting wet now, even worse. So, you know, but it's good. Ready for the holiday season. So, make it a bit more special. Stay indoors and whatnot. You know, it goes. Stay nice and warm.
Oh yeah, I hear that. No, I appreciate that, man. All right, well, we just getting going, man. Hold tight for a minute.
No worries.
Let's see. We got Vince in the building. He said, "Hey, fam, I'm in the middle of the ocean. We'll try to get on." No doubt, man. Do what you got to do, man. Appreciate you hopping on tonight with us, man. All right. So let's we're gonna get on into this. We're gonna get straight to it tonight. We ain't gonna even play around. Yeah, we ain't gonna play around. We're gonna get right on into it. All right, topic for tonight. Men only think about themselves. Man, y'all in these topics, man. Topic for tonight. Men only think about themselves. Is that what we doing? Is that what we doing tonight? This how we gonna do this tonight?
So, y'all are only as selfish people in the world.
Wow. Okay. Well, let me go and see what we got.
Willing to hurt your feelings. He will always be willing to choose himself. Every man is going to choose himself. If you don't like the way you're being treated, leave.
Right.
He's going to put himself first. Put yourself first. Men will always choose themselves.
Dang, she coming
It's
across the
so
river.
true. It's
Yo,
so
chill.
true.
You're
And
not
even
wrong,
if a man
but
is being good
chill.
to you, and if he's caring for you,
What?
he still chose himself first. You're just getting the benefit of that.
Man, hold up. Y'all not about to play with me like that. Hold up. No.
A man will always be willing to hurt your feelings. He will always be willing to choose himself. Every man is going to choose himself. If you don't like the way you're being treated, leave.
Right.
He's going to put himself first. Put yourself first. Men will always choose themselves.
Dang, she coming
It's
across the
so
river.
true. It's
Yo,
so
chill.
true.
You're
And
not
even
wrong,
if a man
but
is being good
chill.
to you, and if he's caring for you, he still chose himself first. You're just getting the benefit of that.
Man. You know what? I don't.
Oh, come on.
What kind of man? What my guy Donovan say? He say I disagree 1,000%. Man,
You disagree. So y'all disagree.
yeah, that's what Donovan say. Donovan say he disagree, man. He dropped the
Sounds like
comment
you
quick.
disagree too.
You know what? Yeah, I do. I do disagree. Let me.
I would actually like to hear somebody explain. Like I had to roll this around in my brain to try to figure out how to make it work. So I would love for a man, if a man is willing to explain it, like on her side, I would love that because I was trying to roll it around in my head to try to make it make sense. It seems like a narrow view, but maybe I just don't understand. right? So like, what does that mean?
So
So, well, hold on, Joe. I'm gonna do this just so
okay,
we
okay.
got this,
All right.
just so we got this
Willing to
clear.
hurt your feelings. He will always
Hold
be
on, I
willing
got to make sure I get her at the beginning. All right, let's
A
see.
man will always be willing to hurt your feelings. He will always be willing to choose himself. Every man is going to choose himself. If you don't like the way you're being treated, leave.
Right.
He's going to put himself first. Put yourself first. Men will always choose themselves.
Dang, she come across
It's so
the river.
true. It's
Yo,
so
chill.
true.
You're
And
not
even if a
wrong,
man
but
is being good to
chill.
you, and if he's caring for you, he still chose himself first. You're just getting the benefit of that.
Men will be willing to hurt your feelings.
All right, let me read these comments. Then I'm gonna come to the panel and we gonna get on into this. Let's see. Kenyatta said, "I called deflection." Okay, appreciate that comment right there, Kenyatta. She's definitely doing a little bit of that. See, Donovan said, "I love how the low vibrationals think."
Not the low vibrationals.
Man, Donovan, you be coming with these comments, man. As Kenyatta said, let's see, women are so selfish to the point where they put it on men. Okay, I think they got a word for this too, Kenyatta. Start with an N. Yeah, they got a word for that.
Nobody
yeah,
ever wants to listen to me.
Yeah. Let's see. Donovan said, let's see, a man with a woman who he can't lead or protect will preserve. Yeah, no, that's facts. She definitely will. So Eva Wright said, let's see, she still hurt and felt she wasn't chosen, it seems. Okay. So yeah, so she might be doing a little projecting. See, shout out to my guy Dre Harris in the building. He says some truth, some exaggeration. Yeah, no, I feel that. Appreciate that comment, Dre. Go ahead,
Explain it
Coco.
to me, Dre. Explain
Dre,
it.
Dre, drop a little added context in the comments, man. Drop a little added context in the comments for us, man, so we understand.
Because I'm trying to understand. I'm really, really trying to understand because it was people in the comments under this post saying, yeah, you know, it's so true. I had to think about that. Like I really had to. And I'm like, y'all thought real hard and somebody explain to me then because maybe it's just going over my head. Because I'll tell you what I think, but I want to hear someone explain it.
I'm not willing
Joe.
to.
We're going to let you get first crack at it.
I'm not willing. It's not in me to intentionally hurt a woman to put myself first. But I think where he said there's some truth and some exaggeration, it's for me it's the later half. It's I am willing to put myself first in a way that I have to, because if I'm putting her first or I'm thinking of her before myself, then I'm sacrificing myself. And on the surface, that sounds good. But even when they say in the airplanes, flight, if the air mask, whatever that is that drops down, you have to put yours on first if you have any hope of saving someone else. So that's literally the way that it is. Anytime that I've ever done it the opposite way, where I've been, let's say, head over heels for a woman and I put her first before myself, I suffer in many different ways, emotionally, physically deteriorating. Oh shit, I need you to call me. I'm going to work out first before I get to you. But that's not me intentionally hurting you or putting you off financially. If I'm going to be able to take care of you, I have to be able to focus on making money, which means putting myself. But that means taking care of myself. Therefore, I can then take care of you. So it's like selfish in a way, but it's for the purpose of helping someone else. But if an, um, there's an altruistic motive and it's too much about, oh, I'm just giving her everything of me, and something happens where she says something that she might not like, she might leave or whatever the case may be, now your whole world is destroyed because you never put yourself as the center of your world for her to revolve around. Because if you're the leader, she has to revolve around your son, which if you're the son, that's why they call men sons. I mean, to me, it's like it's parallel. But when a man then he's becoming the moon. He wants to be the one to make everything. She's my world and everything. It gets bad. So I will end on this point. If a man then goes, if he's too selfish, that's a bad thing. If he's all about me, now he's intentionally hurting that one, or he just doesn't care enough to love that one, because it's like a two-way street. But a man has to put himself first. For me to go where I'm going, I had to put myself first. I had to focus on making money, getting myself right, focusing on my. It's a lot of things involved. If my mind is focused on a woman and how she thinks, how she feels, and me changing, now I'm adapting myself to what she wants and what she thinks, and she would never respect that. I've done it before. It never worked. But on the other extreme, you have men who are just dogs. They're dogging women now because it's all about them. So it's really kind of like a give and take. You focus on you, so for the purpose of benefiting someone else, but then you're not at the mercy of someone else and how they feel and think about you, so it doesn't affect you. It's like you're independent, but you're also in a loving relationship at the same time. But you're not codependent on someone else because it could destroy you in the end if you allow them to do so.
I get that. Okay, go ahead, Coca. You want to respond?
So so I understand that, right? But then if that's the perspective, which that's fine, if that's the perspective, then her theory has holes in it, right? Because what you're explaining to me makes sense, and that's more of a human nature thing, not men are always going to put themselves first thing. Because I would like to think that both men and women make the types of decisions that you just explained, right? Women also have to decide, okay, if I want a career, that those are the women that say, okay, well, I'm not going to get serious. I'm not going to date anybody serious. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to get into a relationship because I want to go to school. I want to get my education. I want to have a career. So I'm choosing to do that. And I'm prioritizing that above having a relationship right now, above starting a family right now, or XYZ, right? I feel like if we take it from that particular point, which I don't disagree with that part, then that's not a male issue or a female issue. That's a human issue, right? That means that either of us are capable of being selfish to that extent, if that's what we're talking about, because there are things that you'll have to do, like means that would justify the end, right? So that's where I'm like, okay, if she's coming from that perspective, then why are we just saying men? Why are we saying men will always choose themselves first? Because humans will always choose themselves first.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like that's, and okay, so that's how I'm trying to rationalize it. So that part says, okay, well, you're wrong then, because it's a human issue. It's not a male or female issue. We all do this, right? But then if I come from the perspective of, well, we're talking about in terms of a relationship, right? Because she said a man will always hurt your feelings, right? So we're talking about in the dynamic of a relationship. And she went as far as to give us an example of, even if you're in a relationship and the man is good to you, he's still choosing himself first. You're just benefiting from that. Here's the thing about that, right? We just already had a conversation about why men stay in relationships and are in committed relationships. If that man has his own, can do his own, right? And if he just wants a legacy or a child, he doesn't necessarily have to lock you down, unfortunately, these days, in order to get that, right? So if he's with you, staying with you, and subsequently treating you well, what's his motivation? Is it selfishness or is it love? Because selfishness would have him say, why do I got to keep her?
I don't need her.
Baby, and I can go still continue to date other women and be with other women and do whatever I want to do. Like, why do I have to lock her down? I don't got to do that.
That's a good
You know what I mean? So selfishness would tell him to do whatever he want to do, and he could still have his kids, and he could still have, he could have a different woman cook up for him every night. He could have a different woman warm in his bed every night if that's what he wants. That's, to me, what selfishness would say. Selfishness would not say, pick this woman, stay with this one woman, and treat her well. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's so many holes in that logic. Like, either it's a human issue and not just males, which would make sense. Okay, I agree. But if we're going to just make it about men and give it the context of being in a relationship, then it's giving cat. Because people who choose themselves first do not lock themselves into a scenario where they could potentially lose.
Yeah, that's real right there.
So what it's also giving is you are trying to find a way to make it about the man regardless. You are trying to make men are so horrible stick. You're trying to make it stick. So what you're trying to do is you have a rebuttal for the woman who says, because they know this always happens. Oh, all men are this. Men are selfish and they're always going to hurt your feelings, right? She knows there's going to be a dozen women that are going to say, well, not my man. My man is good to me. So what does she do? She gives you a justification before you can even say that. Oh, and if he's being nice to you, it's just because it's for him anyway.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
wild.
she's ready for you before you can even say, not my man, right? Except it doesn't make sense. Like, here's the thing. I have a mic. We all have a mic, right? So I'm not for the take everybody's mics. What I'm for, though, is let's be more responsible when we get on these mics, right? And consider what we're actually saying. You are basically saying that a whole population of people are inherently selfish. Just one population, though. So before we say that, let's have some real receipts, because women love going to the extremes. They love that, right? They love going to the extremes. So let me give you one. Men are inherently selfish. They ultimately gonna hurt your feelings. If they do something, it's for their benefit. If they do something nice for you, it's for their benefit. So when men run and jump in front of a bullet randomly for women that they don't know, how does that benefit them? When women see men, when men see women on the side of the road with a flat tire and they do decide to help, because not all men just drive by. How does that help them? When, they see, a man being disrespectful, trying to push up on a chick, and they just say, even if they just say something, or they got to go to, they got to scrap now. Or sometimes it goes bad. We've heard those stories. We've heard those scenarios. How does that benefit them?
Doesn't.
So I know these are extreme cases, but women love extreme cases. So why can't I use them? Right? So it's just simply not true. I'll land. It's not true.
Good.
I appreciate that right there. Let me check these comments, then I'm gonna come to JR. I saw him pop off. Let me see where we stopped. All right, so let's see. Dre Harris came back. He said both men and women need to be happy. If one is unhappy, both suffer. Okay, appreciate that comment right there. Yeah, hit your mute for a minute, Joe. You got a little feedback coming through. Hit your mute for a minute, man. Let's see. Donovan said, let's see, if the man puts that woman first, don't they call that a simp? Some people do. Yeah, that's a valid comment. Some people do call that man a simp. Let's see. Kenyatta said, let's see, is that selfish or boundaries? Okay. Appreciate that comment right there. Let's see. Okay, Dre dropped a little more context. He said both need to be happy, but it starts with the man. An unhappy wife can be supported, but nothing can be built on top of an unhappy man, the foundation. So man has to look out for himself first, in a natural sense, almost unconsciously. Okay. So essentially you saying he's got to be his essentially his best version of self so that he can be productive for the family, basically. Okay, I understand that. I understand it right there. Appreciate that context, Dre Harris. Let's see. Eva Wright said the important part is to consider your partner. Maybe her experience is she wasn't considered. I don't know, but she's hurt for sure. Yeah, no, there's definitely some trauma or something there. Because like I said, to generalize that large of a spectrum of gender, in this instance, it's not making sense. And Kenyatta says she is definitely hurt. Yeah, no, definitely some hurt going on there. All right, let me check in with JR. JR, you want to say something, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I get where she's trying to come from. That I think somebody highlighted that she's made some good points. In terms of just men being selfish, but obviously the women benefit from it. That's just been the way of life in the sense of, you require me to be X, Y, Z. I'm going to be selfish because you require me to be the one to go and do it. So why can't I be selfish? But also at the same time, in a relationship aspect, men then become selfless. So that's the part where she's talking about that women benefit because the men are selfless in a relationship. I'll go and get one to get that you require me to be as a man, and I'll give you that. But like, I think what the funny part is, is that today in 2024 we're actually starting to see, the real picture of what it actually is today. And I think somebody mentioned the word projecting, right? If we actually go and look at men on men relationship and women on women relationship, we'll see which one actually runs better. And furthermore, if you go look on social media, somehow, these studs, that want to be fake men, right? Hey, even they're finding out that these cis women are unhinged. Even the studs are struggling to understand why these straight women are a problem. Now, I know which one is the problem here. It ain't us, the males. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay, no, I appreciate that right there, JR. Let me say this. This video right here is a prime example of the fact that men and women, we don't talk to each other. Yeah, we have no idea what's going on with each other. Yeah, we have no idea what's going on with each other. Like we have no idea. We're so disconnected. Yeah, this young lady is making a video talking about the fact that men choose themselves first. Now I'm looking at the relationship, or I'm looking at it from the relationship perspective, right? I wonder, do women even realize how much that men do in relationships that they really don't even have to do? Yep, I wonder sometimes, do women even realize how much that men do in relationships that they may not even want to do? Yep, I wonder sometimes, do women understand that some married guys that have families, sometimes some of the things that they have to do, they don't want to have to do that. Yeah, but they got families. Yeah, they got wives, they got girlfriends. So what do men typically do? They put that stuff to the side and they go take care of business. Yeah, if the wife is in need of something, you know what? I'm tired. I don't even feel like it. But she's saying she trying to finish cooking dinner. I got to run to the store for a real quick, grab this, grab that. Like, I think one of the issues is because men will just handle business instead of complaining about it. Then we just make this assumption that they're not, or essentially we make this assumption that they're not unselfish. Yeah, we make this assumption that men are just all about themselves, even though the whole time, because men are not being vocal about these things, these men are doing things that they don't even really want to do, but they know it's got to get done. Yeah, when somebody come knocking at the door at night and you know, your lady hop up talking about, man, what's that noise? That dude don't want to get up out that bed. But he just gonna get up and go because he know he got people to look after. He got people to protect. But see, we don't talk about that. Yeah, those things that these men do, they just have become expectations. They just have become things that people are used to. Yeah, a lot of these jobs out here, these dudes don't want to go work these jobs. Most of these dudes can't stand their job. But they go to this job to make this money, to bring this money home, paying bills, you know, paying for these little kids, running around, buying these little Jordans that these little kids want, you know, buying these little fake Celine and Yves Saint Laurent bags that these girls want. These dudes don't want to buy this mess. They don't use this mess. But they do these things because this is their family. They do these things because their wife want this or their girl want this. They do this because their son, their daughter want this, and they don't say nothing. Yeah, they just keep it moving. And the next day, the cycle starts all over again. They go back to work, go to the job they don't like, and they come back to provide for the family. Yeah, so for this young lady in this video to be talking about that these dudes is always putting themselves first, it's almost borderline disrespectful. Yep, to Coco's point. Yeah, these dudes out here jumping in front of bullets. And I'm not saying this is all dudes, but this is still happening. Yeah, these dudes out here losing lives over these young ladies. Like, this stuff is happening. Yeah, these dudes pulling over on the side of the freeway because they see a female over there with the flat tire, and he out here trying to help her change her tire, getting splashed with snow and all this. Like, this stuff is still happening. Do you think he want to do that? No, he don't want to do that. He could have went on home and been in the bed. Yeah, but he's doing what he has to do or what he feels he has to do. He's being a man. Yeah, so when we're talking about these dudes is out here only thinking about themselves and they always putting themselves first and all this, that's how I know that men and women, we don't talk. Yeah, we don't communicate. Yeah, but you don't understand the position that these men are in. Yeah, the second point the young lady made, that, you know, these dudes or these men will always hurt a woman's feelings or always hurt a lady's feelings. I think even some of that's cap. And the reason I say that is because a lot of these dudes out here, they'll lie. Yeah, but I know it's not the best explanation, but they'll lie trying not to hurt your feelings. Now, I know that ain't the best, but a lot of guys, that's the mindset. Yeah, so that's where that piece comes in. So a lot of these dudes, they're not trying to prioritize hurting nobody's feelings. Yeah, for a lot of these guys, they don't even want the friction. Yeah, they don't want the back and forth, the arguing. They don't even want it. Yeah, so they'll come up with some way to keep that thing quiet, to keep that thing peaceful as best as they can. So for her saying that these dudes is out here literally going out here hurting these women's feelings, especially if we're gonna say on purpose, I think that's cap.
Stop the cap.
The other thing I'll say, and then I'm gonna be quiet for a minute, is to the gentleman in the video. This is another thing that we got to stop doing. If I see situations where we have these men and these women on these podcasts having these conversations, and I always hear a fella on here just co-signing. He just co-signing with what the young lady's saying. I don't even know if he thought it through. He just co-signed. Yeah, but that's another thing we got to stop. Yep, use your mind, think for yourself. Yep, old girl, she was not accurate in what she was saying. She was pushing her own narrative because these are the type of guys that she's interacted with, and this has been her experience. But then she's taken her experience and then generalizing it across the spectrum of men. Yep, and that mess is disrespectful because there's a lot of good dudes out here who handle their business, who take care of families, who pay bills, who take care of wives, take care of kids, and the family don't want for nothing. But you sitting here talking about these dudes is out here selfish, putting themselves first. Yep, and this dude in this situation that's taking care of this family and taking care of this woman and these kids is literally saying to himself, let me make sure everybody else good, and then I'll work with what's left. So, man, we got to be real with some of this stuff, man. But at the end of the day, this video for me just solidifies the fact that us as men and women, we don't talk. Yeah, we don't interact, to that level. We don't understand what's on each other's mind. We don't understand what each other's trials and tribulations is. We don't understand what each other's going through on a day-to-day basis. Like, we just get on this Joe Biden internet and just say whatever we want to say for some shock value. Yeah, but what we don't understand is, and not at all times is that information even accurate. Yep, man, and not at all times does it even apply to this genre of people, this gender of people that you're speaking at. So yeah, I'm gonna be quiet right there. Let me check these comments, then I'm gonna come back to the panel. Let's see. Donovan said, let's see, women don't realize how hard real men, women don't realize how hard real men do what's necessary until they lose them. Yeah, no, that's facts. Yeah, once he's gone, then we get to talking. See, Dre Harris said facts. Appreciate that, Dre Harris. See, Donovan said real men with fake women go underappreciated. Yeah, no, and that's another thing that's going on, man. I think the appreciation for each other and the respect for each other is at an all-time low. Yeah, but I think that's what's behind some of these videos and some of this content that we're seeing out here. And don't get me wrong, the content definitely provides the foundation for the conversation that needs to be had, just like we're having it right now. But yeah, I think because those levels of respect and appreciation are so low for each other, man versus woman, we see a lot of this. And like I said, it's just not accurate. Let's see. Dre Harris said double facts. Appreciate that, Dre Harris. Let's see. Donovan said, let's see. A lot of these butthurt females don't want to hear the word no. And that's another thing. Yeah, but that's another thing. The word no. Yeah, I don't know when the word no became a bad word. Because if we're going to keep it a buck, everything should not be a yes. Yeah, some of the stuff we out here doing these days, somebody should have said no a few times. Yeah, some of the stuff I see, if somebody had said no, if it had been big mama, daddy, mama, somebody said no, then I think some of the stuff we seeing today wouldn't exist. But people been too friendly. Yeah, parents have been trying too hard to be their kids' friends versus being their parents. Yeah, now we got all this nonsense going on. So yeah, I'm an advocate. Bring back the word no. Yeah, we need to bring that back. See, Donovan said cosign soapbox media cheerleading. Yeah, no, definitely. Shout out to my guy J.U. Griffin in the building. He said a lot of women can only see where men fall short, not what they contribute. Yeah. And that plays into it as well, J.U. We just focus on the things that somebody is lacking or the things that they didn't do that we wanted them to do. And it's like we just look past all of the value that they bring. Yeah, we just look past all of that like it's not happening. I said we gotta get out of that mindset. That's that scarcity mindset again. Yeah, that keeps coming back. That scarcity mindset. All right, Joe, you want to say something, man?
Yeah, it just came to my mind. We're so selfish, but when she steps outside of whatever building she is or whatever house she lives at, she's completely protected by men who give their lives on the line. We call them cops. If something happens to her house and it burns down and she's stuck there and she can't get out, then there are 90 some 5% of men, they come out and they risk their lives to get her out. Pretty selfish, isn't it? So,
Right.
I don't know. When it comes to surgeons, I mean, who saves people's lives? I know who saved my life. Not to say there aren't female surgeons, but let's just be honest, predominantly they are men. And they save a lot of people's lives. So, yeah. Um, they looking at the things that, yeah, of course, there's a selfishness to it. There's an ambition we have to want to be surgeons, to want to be firefighters, to want to be cops, to uphold law and order. But the benefit is that we take the selfishness and it benefits the other person. So yeah, we want to pave roads because we want to make sure that women and children, or at least we look at our families and well, we want them to be able to get to where they want to get to safely from point A to point B. We want a civilized society because yeah, it benefits us, but more importantly, it would benefit the ones who aren't as physically capable of handling the elements. So let's build these homes that they live in. Let's give them the structure and the society that they enjoy. That is built by men. So when she talks about men being selfish, I would argue we're the biggest givers just based on that
For sure.
alone. Just look
For
around.
sure.
And it's unfortunate that she's been so sheltered from the reality. Just, I mean, you look outside, you see men building things, doing things, constructing things. If it's snowing outside, who's out there plowing the roads? I've never seen one woman do it. I don't even like doing it, but I've done it, and it has to be done. If that woman is going to get to, let's say, a baby is over down the street, she gotta get there. She gotta drive there. He's 5 miles down the street. Streets got to be plowed. It's just like little things that they don't look at, but then they say that we're selfish ones. Man, it's really, really sickening. I think women really need to be educated on what we contribute and how we make their lives exceedingly easier. Like, I think I speak for a lot of men, for example, when I say we don't need much. We don't need, you give us a little tent, you give us a little, you give us a sleeping bag, we'd be outside in the woods. We'd be okay. I've done it. It's not a big deal to me. It's yeah, I can. Okay, yeah, I know my surroundings. Cool. I've taken women out to the woods. They freak out. I need someplace safe. Oh, okay. I guess so. So then we go out of our way to invent things: the beds, the comforters, the mattress, the microwave, the refrigerator. All these things invented by men to make their lives comfortable. So I don't know. Selfish. I guess we get money out of it if we invent something decent, and I think that's a fair exchange of value. But a lot of the things we do, we don't get compensated for. Nowhere near fairly. Financial fit. That's not enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it's making your life easier, better, safer. And if all he's getting in return is money, to me, I think they got the better end of the stick, or the better deal in all of the process.
Yeah. No, I feel that right there.
I'll leave it at
JR,
that.
I saw you pop off, man. You want to say something real quick?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you know, I think as men, we understand that, you know, the only thing that women do in this world for men is just, push out a baby. That's it. They don't do nothing else.
Hold
You
on,
see,
JR.
one,
Hold on.
one second, one
Oh,
second, one second, one second. You
Boy's
see Miss
face.
there you go. You see Miss Chloe's, Miss Price's face and Mr. Price's smile, because Mr. Price actually understood what I was trying to say. But Miss Chloe, your face said it all. Now, with that
I caught it
statement,
a
Miss Chloe,
second late. I caught it
yeah,
a second late.
yeah. Now with that statement, right? That as men, yeah, the only thing that women do is give us kids that don't do nothing else for us. Now, let me add this. Hey, when women push out a baby, we don't understand what they go through, right?
right.
But in that moment in time, they are being selfless towards a man, but actually putting their body on the line for a man, something that we'll never, ever, ever, ever go through or can never imagine. Now,
Hmm.
I reduced a woman to just giving birth, but guess what? We know that's not the only thing that Miss Price has done for Mr. Price. She's raised the
Right.
kids, fed the kids. You come home from work, even though she's tired, you still gotta eat too. We know this. That's what Mr. Price. You smiled when I was saying it, and Miss Price straight away was like, "Whoa!" And that was the equivalent of when Mr. Price said, "That's disrespectful to a man." When it's like, there's men out here that are doing these things for women, and we know there's women doing these things out there for their kids and their men. So yeah.
Well, that's
Nah,
facts, man. I'm
that
glad
was
you brought
good.
that back, man. You was about to start a fight, man. I was heading
No,
for the Bills, man.
I was. I
He
had
made
a
a great
feeling.
point.
I had a feeling he was going somewhere with that, so I was gonna
It
let
was a
him do
great
it.
point. And he cooked
Yeah,
well.
no.
It
But you see
based
Yeah.
and
what
it
I'm
came out
saying? Like,
perfect.
but he's right. The reaction is very like, but that's the same reaction I had when I was listening to her, because I felt like her statement was also inflammatory, and triggering. When she said it, I'm like, that's not true. That's not true. And that it's missing the consideration for a man's feelings when he is literally putting his family first. And we know men do that. Men absolutely put their families first. They put their wives first. Men who are in committed relationships, they put their girlfriends or fiancés or whatever first. We know men do this. We've seen men do this. Some of us have in relationships have experienced men doing this. So we know that it's just simply not true. So it's just as bad hearing, the other side say, well, all women do is, as have babies, right? Like it's the same thing. It's completely disrespectful for what a person's value really is, right?
Right. So let me pose this question. I want to pose this question to everybody down in the comments. I said, once again, if you haven't already, hit that like button for us. Likes are free. Hit that like button for us. So I want to pose this question to the panel in the comments. And I just want to get y'all opinion on this. Why do you think that why do y'all think that some young ladies are doing this? Yeah, why do you think that some young ladies are making these types of videos? Almost speaking, I'm not gonna say speaking down on men, but it's almost like deliberately disrespecting men. Like, why do y'all think that's happening? Is it experience? Is it trauma? Is it lashing out? Is it somehow supposed to work in reverse, right? So if I continue to come at these dudes, it's gonna make them want to come back to me, type of thing. Like, drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Why do y'all think that some of these young ladies feel so comfortable making these videos? And let me open it up a little bit. I'm gonna open it up on both sides, because we see it on both sides. We see men doing it in certain situations, and we see women doing it in certain situations. So yeah, why do y'all think this is happening? Yeah, why are folks taking the time to make these videos and say this type of stuff? Like, these men, they only think about themselves, they choose themselves first, knowing that that's not accurate. Let's see. Donovan said ladies are out here on the new fad bandwagon. Yeah, no, so I can understand that. But where I was going with it, Donovan, is it almost seems like they comfortable. It's like they comfortable doing it. It's almost like I felt like these things in the past, it used to take a little guts to get out here on the web and put something out there like that. But now it's just like this stuff come daily. It's like everybody just comfortable going out here. Hey, these men ain't nothing. These dudes selfish. All they think about is they self. And knowing we sitting out here watching these dudes doing all type of stuff that don't benefit the dude. So yeah, I'm curious. I'm trying to understand the mindset. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Mark Kendall. He said, let's see, it's in vogue to bash men. Okay, so we saying basically it's stylish out here. So this is the thing to do. Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. Just trying to understand it. Go ahead, Joe.
The culture, it's a combination of different things. So it's not like one specific thing. But from what I've seen just living over the years and how it's evolved to this point, it's culture, it's music, it's the movies, it's social media. And then it's just a lack, like I mentioned earlier, a lack of appreciation for what men do that makes it possible for them to talk crazy like this because there's no consequence for it. So if you can talk dirty about the very men that are protecting you, keeping you alive, that makes it possible for you to have a civilized society, and within it, you at the same time badmouth it and talk badly about it, but then the man that created it, us, we allow it to be because well, they have a safety net there. I think if the safety net wasn't as so prevalent, like if there was a consequence to the things that they said, a cause and effect, then they would reel that a lot of that back. But because it's not, and there's enough men out there who would say, well, they can, even though we're the ones making it possible for them to have this life and to be comfortable in the way that they are, to talk about it this way, that I mean, imagine the benevolence of a man and the kindness of a man and his his what's the word I'm looking his he's very giving in the sense that he allows a woman to do that when he's making it. So there's it's like you're shooting the person who's making it possible for you to even shoot at them, but they
Right,
don't
but
have to allow it. You see what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
because we
no,
allow it becomes a problem.
yeah, no, I get you, but see, I was asking it because, and taking it just a step further, and I'm gonna catch the comments up. Let's see, we got some comments came in. Just taking a step further, like I said, I hear the other side as well. So I hear there's no good men out here, or there's good men are hard to find. So I hear that side from the ladies too. So that's why I said, why are the ladies, why are they so comfortable saying it? Because at the same time, if you're going out here and you're always putting out into the, out here in the space that, these dudes are selfish and they only think about themselves and this and that, but then at the same time saying that you're having a hard time finding a good dude, or you having a hard time finding somebody to partner up with and get into a relationship, then it's like, well, this video not gonna help you. Like, this is not gonna make a guy say, hey, that's the lady right there for me. Like, this is gonna make a guy say, no, I'm gonna stay away from her. So I'm just trying to understand. It's like you almost shooting yourself in the foot by coming out here making these types of videos and making these generalizations. Like all these dudes is just bums out here and they just selfish and only care about themselves. Like, that's not gonna help your case. If you sitting here saying that you're looking for a significant other or somebody to partner with or somebody to date or to meet, like that doesn't help your case. So it just is weird to me. Go ahead. Let me Coco, go ahead. I'm gonna let you say something, and I hit these comments real quick. You on mute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that also I think that we have to remember that on both sides, because it's men and women, right?
Right.
But we have to remember two things. One, there's a lot of money in misandry and misogyny these days. A lot of money is being made off of people just simply creating disparaging content. It's a lot of, because this gender war is, I mean, let's just be honest. This gender war is happening completely and totally on the internet. I'm not saying that people aren't going on bad dates and running into women with foolishness, and that women aren't going on dates and some of the men are on foolishness. We know, but the thing is we've kind of always had that experience. There's always been bad dates. There's always been dudes that are on foolishness, women that are on foolishness. Unfortunately, this gender war that has been largely happening on the internet is now spilling into reality in a way where you can't even go on a date without somebody already having a preconceived notion of who you are based off of whatever side they're on in the argument, right? So there's a lot of money in that, but also what it allows us to do is do exactly what this young woman did in the video. It allows us to look outward and project our problems on the other side. So then we never actually have to address our issues. We don't have to address our issues because it's about the other person. It's about the other person. It's never about what I need to change about myself or what's going on with me. I'm the common denominator. If I've been dating Black men for years, as a matter of fact, maybe I've only been dating Black men, and all of my relationships have ended poorly or ended badly or just never lasted, those were different men. Were all those men just selfish or whatever their issues were? And this whole time it's fine. I'm fine. They just don't understand. They can't get me. They can't handle me. That's what it is. Or is it that I have some real issues that I have to deal with? I guarantee you need to look at yourself. But see, I don't want to do that. So it's a lot easier if I go on the internet and I just start talking about how horrible my experiences are, and my girlfriends are saying the same thing. And so all men are bad. And like Kenyatta said, because of the whole girls thing, and it's the sisterhood. And so, yeah, it's true. All men are this, right? And then men are doing it on their side. Women only care about this. Women are hypergamous. And now, is there a level of truth on both sides? Sure, there's some truth to it. There's always some truth to it, but that doesn't make it automatically true in every situation, in every case. And I know we speak in generalities because, we have to a certain extent. But when we start to put a whole population of people in one particular category and say, this is absolutely what you are, this is all you are, like she did in that video, she was very absolute about that she didn't apply any exclusions. So I just think that we have to remember that too. Like, people these days, like, accountability, baby. Accountability is like, it is, people are running in the other direction. Men and women. I know we talk about women a lot, but men and women, nobody wants to be held accountable for their behavior. Nobody wants to be held accountable anymore. Like, it's somebody else's issue. And even if you do try to hold me accountable, I'm just going to project or deflect or both.
Facts. Yeah, they say it's like kryptonite. That's what they say. Let me read these comments. Let's see. Eva Wright said, let's see, hurt, misguided, lack of understanding. Let's see, and are only speaking from their point of view and pain experienced. Plus, you can say whatever you want in a video podcast and post it, on many platforms. Yeah, no, so you definitely can project outward. So yeah, this is facts right here. Let's see. Kenyatta said because the girls movement is real. And get mad if you go against the movement. Yeah, no, that's true too. It's definitely real. See, Donovan said these ladies aren't vetting their mates properly. They settle for the eye candy and end up with the loser dude. Then they swap and share the same losers. So now they all have the same complaint. Now they can trauma bond. Okay, Donovan, go ahead and map out the whole process, man. Go ahead and map it out. Donovan also said, let's see, I've been listening to the second date update on TikTok, and I see the Caucasians aren't doing well in dating as well. Yeah, so that's another thing. Yeah, this is not just I'll just say the black community. Yeah, this is going on across the board. It ain't just the black community. So yeah, that's another narrative that's been pushed, but that's not accurate as well. All right, cool. Appreciate them comments right there. So I wasn't gonna keep us on here all night. I was gonna keep this a short and sweet night, but I got another topic. It's a little curveball. I wasn't gonna touch this, but I'm gonna touch it. But I wasn't gonna touch this, but I'm gonna touch it. But yeah, I gotta go ahead and touch this. I gotta go ahead and touch this. Let me switch this up so this match. All right, cool.
1, 2, Kaya's coming for you. Wake up and make your man some breakfast before I do. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. 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 Cooking with Kaya.
Guess what? That's what I need to tell you.
What?
Well, I don't know. I lost that one.
What was the curveball?
No, we
Today
going on.
I found out how to cook something.
How? Did you use one of my recipes?
Nah, I watched a video on somebody showing me how to cook pasta.
The video I sent you?
No, I watched Cooking with Kaya, actually. And she showed me how to make pasta. And that pasta was great. Oh, my God. So now I know how to make pasta. Tomorrow I was thinking about making steak, but,
You watched too?
Cooking with Kaya
For what?
to find out how to make pasta.
You got a girlfriend that know how to cook.
I wanted to surprise
You have a girlfriend that know how to cook.
I understand
You
that.
have a girlfriend that know how to cook. Why you watching another shitty video on how to cook when you got me?
I want to surprise you. She started off the video with Cooking with Kaya. Cooking
I
with
don't give
Kaya.
a flying cow's balls what she started the video off with. You have a girlfriend that know how to cook.
I know. I thought she would be happy.
Well, I'm not.
Why?
'Cause I'm not. Why you what? There's
I could make the pasta.
like 50 other shorties in this world. Not even 50, 1 million other shorties in the world that can cook, including your girlfriend. If you wanted to know how to make pasta, you could have asked your girlfriend.
But you see, the thing is, it wouldn't be a surprise if I asked you.
Then ask your grandma. Then ask your grandma. You know what? It's cool. It's cool. We got cooking with Duke Dennis. It's cool. Goodbye. Good night. Have a nice night.
All right. So that's my little left field video for the night. So I don't know if y'all been seeing this. I didn't even know who this young lady was, but I've been seeing this circulating lately. Let's see. Kenyatta said, Cooking with Kaya. I love it. The women, let's see, the grown ass women are mad at this young lady. Get it, Kaya. Okay. Shout out to that comment right there. Let's see. Eva Wright said insecurities are blaring. Woo. See, Kenyatta said, I see the young women are mad too, LOL. Yeah, so I wasn't going to even touch this, but I'm like, I feel like it needs to be touched. So yeah, I've been seeing this young lady circulating. I had never even heard of her. I didn't know who she was, but clearly her name is Cooking with Kaya. She does some cooking at the house, makes some little meals. She do a little twerk, do her little jingle, a little song or whatever. And to the point, I have been seeing young ladies and grown women pissed off with this young girl. Now, as I understand it, she's like 22, but pissed off with this young lady. And I'm trying to understand what the heck is going on. Where is it coming from? How do we get to this point? So I see y'all understand. I see y'all know who this young lady is in the comments. So let me come to the panel. Coco, go ahead. Then we coming to Joe after you. Go ahead.
Black women are y'all, man, and please understand that I'm speaking in general again. I'm speaking in general, so obviously this does not apply to all women. But y'all so bitter. Y'all so bitter. Y'all so hateful. This girl is 20. She's 22. Well, she's 23 now. She said she just turned 23. Anyway, she's a young girl and she has found a way to make some money on the internet. She is not naked. And on top of that, have y'all watched her videos? She can cook. Like, I watched her videos, like, that food look good. Like, low key, I need to be getting some of them recipes. That food look good for real. I'm trying to understand what's the problem. What is the issue? And the only thing I can think of is this young woman and it's bad because she's not even one of those like fake Instagram chicks. For the most part, she's a natural girl. You could tell she's not overdone. I mean, she just she does her little dance and then, she cooked and that's it. It's crazy how last I heard, they tried to get this woman's page shut down.
And they did.
They tried to get her banned off the internet. Black women did this. This was black women that did that. It's like, I thought y'all was girls. What happened? I thought remember y'all said y'all was girls, sisters, hoes over bro. What happened? Why y'all get the girl's page shut down? And she just trying to make a living for herself. Like, it's crazy the lengths that y'all will go to. What is y'all bone to pick with this girl? It's crazy. Like, y'all are some of the most spiteful, jealous, just envious. Find y'all something to do. What y'all need to do is be writing the recipes down and cooking for y'all, man. Go find out how to cook like that young lady can cook. Because she's 23 and she can burn. Go find out where she learned how to cook. You go pick up a recipe or two. And then you won't have time to be on the internet hating. Oh, man. I'm sick of hearing about black women shutting down other black women's pages. This is not the first time y'all done got mad at another black woman and tried to shut her down and throw salt in her game. And I'm just trying to figure out, where's the girls moving at? Where's the sisterhood at? What is this? Y'all don't even like each other. No wonder y'all having issues with men.
That's real right there. Go ahead, Joe.
I mean, y'all. Chloe said it all. It's not her cooking that I have an issue with. No one was hating on Martha Stewart when she was getting down in the kitchen. It's just she's a very young, attractive woman, and she catches the eyes of men who, let's be honest, aren't really interested in the cooking aspects, but it's the idea, it's the fantasy.
Oh,
It's
come
the
on.
fantasy. It's the fantasy of a young. For a lot of men, they never had this young, attractive woman like her who cooks well, who she looks like she loves men. She loves men so much so that she made it for men. So it's entertainment for men, and it's because She's popular because a lot of men don't have that with the women that they're with, like that girlfriend or the girl at the end of the video. She could have handled that a lot different. Oh wow, and did it exactly the way Chloe did it. Oh wow, oh you say you like, and then she could have took some pages out of her book, learned some of the recipes, but more importantly, learn her mannerisms. Just look at her mannerisms. She's just very feminine, girly, bubbly, playful, fun, doesn't take herself too seriously, and she cooks at the same time, and she looks good. That's it. That's really the cooking is the last part. It's not they're not each other so good. No, it's just hey, listen, all love is what they say. All love is fair and love is war, something like that. It's just fair game. Man, we are competitive too. We compete in our own ways, and we can get that way. We did that with Jeremy Meeks. This guy, I don't see what they see. I don't see what women see in her. You come on. You can be objective and see, yeah, this guy's a pretty. I can see why women are, or someone's more richer than somebody. We get competitive. We do it too. So I'm not necessarily mad at women who do it. If anything, you got a lot of women coming on saying, yeah, I can cook that. I can look like her. Good. If it inspires a woman to get in the kitchen and say, well, I don't want my man to be looking at her, that's a good thing. Competition is good. A little jealousy goes a long way in helping those women who are jealous, who do feel competitive, to do something about it and not be complacent with the men who are being entertained by this young woman. So then they can then turn the hearts of their man towards them. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I say let them stoke the fire, let her continue to do what she's doing, so she can. I think hate is a bad thing. Now you can get into rage, that's bad. Taking down China is too far. But just being like, man, I don't really like my man watching this cooking with Kaya. I don't see a problem with that because if it gets her in the kitchen, if it makes her inspires her to do better recipes, if it inspires her to be bubbly, fun, playful, energetic, feminine too, that's a great thing.
So let me let me do this. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna do this real quick because I'm in that type of mood right now before I get out there. I'm gonna do this real quick. Just I'm gonna do this real quick.
1, 2, Kaya's coming for you. Wake up and make your man some breakfast before I do. Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kaya. 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 Cooking with Kaya.
All right, I had to run that. I just had to run that one last time.
It's catchy though, y'all.
No, it's catchy. Like I said, shout out to her. Let's say she's getting her, getting her business on.
I ain't mad at the young lady.
Yeah, she's definitely gotten her visibility up. So let's say shout out to her. But this is my thing. At some point, we got to get to the point where we say, I got to get it together. Yeah, this young lady is doing nothing but what dudes have probably been saying for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. She's doing nothing special. Yeah, but see, that's why I made this point earlier. This is how I know that men and women do not talk. If they don't communicate, we don't understand what each other likes, interested in, what we desire. Like we have no idea. We're disconnected. Yeah, this young lady is putting on a little outfit. She cooking some food. She throwing a little humor in there. She's smiling. She seems like she got a good attitude. She ain't doing nothing special. Yeah, but these basic things, and I said this is what we talk about all the time. Men are so simple. Men are so non-complicated. We say these things all the time, but yet we still don't understand. Yet men like to eat. This is I don't know who don't know this by now in 2024. Men like to eat. Yeah, we used to describe it as the way to a man's heart is through his stomach and all that. Men like to eat. So what's she doing? She cooking. Yeah, men like a little something to look at. Okay, so she throwing on a little outfit. She doing her little jingle. Like it's really not that hard. Yeah, but instead of saying to ourselves, hey, you know what I'm saying, some things about how I'm moving, I might need to change, that'll improve my situation. We just want to get mad at her. Like, and that's not the response. Yeah, the same go for fellas. You know what I'm saying? We see folks out here. We see fellas out here that's hitting the gym. We see fellas out here getting their money up. Yeah, instead of looking at him and be like, man, you know what I'm saying? I wish I was doing that. I wish I was bigger. Instead of looking at him and saying, man, I wish I had that type of money. You got to make some changes. Get out here and get your money up. Get out here and get in the gym. Get your muscles up. Like, it ain't that hard. Yeah, but we rather sit here and complain or be mad at somebody else because they out here doing what they do just because we don't want to get in there and do what we need to do. Yeah, so don't be mad that your man done hopped on TikTok and he's seeing this little chick on here with this little Cooking with Kaya song. Like, don't be mad. Don't be mad on here because she over here cooking some Eggo waffles and some bacon. Like, don't be mad at her. Yeah, why don't you go ahead and make your man some waffles and some bacon? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand how we move these days. It's like we don't want to hold ourselves accountable for nothing and say, hey, it's something about me I need to change or improve. It makes no sense. Yeah, but this is why we run into some of the situations we run into and being unhappy in these relationships, because at the end of the day, we don't want to put in no work. Yeah, people generally want to be selfish and think that that's going to be acceptable or cool for the other person. And that's not how that works. Yeah, sometimes you got to make some changes to improve your situation. It really ain't that hard, and it ain't Kaya's fault. It ain't Kaya's fault. Let me check in on my guy Vince. I see he out here, man. Go ahead, Vince. Come off mute, man.
Hey, how y'all doing today? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, out here on the Utopia of the Seas cruise to Bahamas.
I got you.
Mad at me because we just got through eating. I said, let me hop on right quick. Tell them, hey.
For sure, man. You been seeing this, man?
Man, me and Remy been people watching, and it's like we always expected. People don't smile, people don't talk, especially the women. You know, bad attitudes, funk nasty faces, stone cold, resting bitch faces, and they wonder why they out here with their girlfriends and not their man.
Right.
It's very glaring. It's like they'll look Remy straight in her face, up and down, and won't even crack a smile. Won't even look. They'll look at the kids. And it's glaringly obvious. It's like, it's really disturbing, to tell you the truth.
I feel you.
Very
So
disturbing.
you seeing it way out there.
Time. What'd you say?
Okay. I said you seeing it way out there.
Oh yeah. I think it's gotten so bad. It's like men really have to really evaluate. Do women even want men? Do they want a relationship? Or are they just okay with just being single and they girl tripping and getting smashed every once in a while? Do they really want relationship? And me and Remy realize this. A lot of their problem is these attitudes, man. They wondering why they can't get a good man, but you have a horrible attitude. You don't smile, you're not pleasant. What do you think you're gonna attract? It's just so obvious and so disheartening. And then you see the interracial. So you see a lot of that on both ends, really,
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, man. Well, I said we ain't you chilling, man, or you got to get back to what you're doing.
Well, we done set up because we had dinner for the night, so we winding down because we doing Granddad Coco K tomorrow. That's the little beach kids resort type of thing. So, but she know I love y'all, so she give me the space. That's what good wives do. That's what good wives do.
No, we appreciate it, man. Appreciate you hopping on, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. JR, Joe, y'all want to say anything? Y'all good right now, man?
Yeah,
ahead,
I was gonna say, just adding on to obviously what Mr. Vince was saying. By the way, it's good to see him. His presence is there, man. So it's felt, man. So yeah, I was thinking where's Mr. Vince today, but yeah, so yeah, with what you said, the women, if you wanna be it in relationships, do they even like men, etc., right? Like, I always have a conversation with my mum, and you know, I always say to her, like, I don't know what it is, but just in case you don't know, you don't understand, the men of today are going to suffer because of the men of the yesteryear, and for whatever the reason that is, it's like they haven't lived the experience of their mums or their grandmothers, yet somehow their mother's traumas or pain or whatever it is, they seem to carry that as if it's them that's gone through it. So because of that, there's a big disdain towards men and doing things for men, and the sentiment that men have, it's like, even just down to the first video about just reducing men to whatever it is, and just the dynamics of, the system, which doesn't really favor men today. And I always, ask the question, like, what is the point for men to do these things? Now, because of the disrespectful aspect of where society has gone today, where we don't respect each other, it's like, okay, in order for me to engage with a lady, the best way to engage with her is to reduce her to sex. That's where the point of entry is. And if we can get past that stage, then it's like, okay, let's move on. If I don't get past that stage, at the very least, I got something out of it because she didn't get to finesse me or play me, type of ish. Because we understand that the sentiment that they have towards men today.
Yeah, no, that's real right there, man. Yeah, we got some work to do. Yeah, we got some work to do, man. Like I said, the fact that I'm seeing ladies of multiple ages, young ladies, older ladies, being mad at this young lady for what she is doing, it's crazy. Yeah, but it's at the end of the day, I think for people, it's getting under their skin, because see, typically what will happen is you will know as a person that you have things that you need to improve or change. Yeah, if it be your physical appearance, you trying to lose some weight or whatever it is, or your financial status or your career status, what have you. But you'll see other people making strides in the right direction, right? So you see people decide that, hey, I want to get my body together. So now they at the gym, saying they going hard. They not eating all the fried stuff no more. They getting their diet together. And it's like it will put people in their feelings because they're not taking the same actions. Like they don't have the same level of motivation to go to the gym and work out and change their diet. So they'll just get mad with you because they see you posting. Yeah, they see you posting while you at Planet Fitness. You on the machine going at it. They see you posting it. Now they upset because, see, they don't want to get off their butt and go to Planet Fitness and get their body together. Yeah, but I think that's what's happening in this situation with this young lady. Let's say this girl is 22, 22, 23 years old. She cooking some little meals, doing her little dance, got her little jingle, monetizing her little TikTok. And people, you know what I'm saying? People is hot about it. I didn't even know who she was. And it's like people is hot about it. Like going off, making videos, want her canceled, trying to get rid of her page and do all this and all that. And I'm just like, hey, you know what? Why don't you go get on the kitchen, throw a little something on, cook for your dude? It's really that simple. Yeah, instead of getting mad at her and trying to shut her down, go on and throw a little something on, cook for your dude. I'm sure he'll be smiling. So he might go and buy you whatever that little bag is you want it. Like, go ahead and do a little something for your mans real quick. Yeah, it's like, it ain't that hard. Put a little smile on your face. It ain't that hard. Go ahead, Vince. I saw you come off, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, I think the problem is that these modern women want to fight against what men have always wanted and what we always said we wanted. We want natural, we want feminine, we want fit, and we want a meal. That's not going to never change. I don't care how much education these women get. I don't care how much money they get. It does not matter. Men want feminine, fit, friendly women. Like women want masculine, provider type, leader type men. They don't want
Right.
these soft handed, loose wrist guys that waiting for them to go get them a checking account. Y'all want strong men, and we want feminine women. That will always be the case and will always be the same. They hating, they jealous. That's what a
Yeah.
lot of it is, because they know that's what men want, and they don't want to give them that.
Yeah.
But it's so crazy because if that's the case, then why are these old women getting these BBLs and showing their booties? It's just so crazy to me how you don't want to be portrayed as something sexual, but most of the time everything you do is sexual.
That's real. Yep.
That's weird to me.
Yeah, it is. But you're right though. That's
Because I
exactly
see
what
a lot
happens.
of these over 35 with these bad BBLs out here, these ATs. But then they look at you goofy when you look at them. I say, well, what you get it for if you ain't want somebody to look at you?
Right. Well,
That's
you know
stupid.
they want to decide who look at it. That's the difference. They want to
Goofy,
pick who look.
So I don't know, man. The mindset is crazy to me.
No, I agree. I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Let me get this comment. Let's see. Shout out to Best Beatboxer Live over holding down YouTube. He said a decent amount of them can't even compete. That's why they're mad as well. Yeah, and I agree with that. And that's why I say, why not just change that? Yeah, so if you feel like you can't compete with what this young lady is doing, and I said that, if some folks are being honest, that's probably how they feel. But it's like, then why not change that? And I said, same thing goes for guys. There's always a dude out here getting more money than you. So, okay, so change it up then. Yep, go get your real estate on, get your investment game up. Like I said, you can catch up in the game. Like, it's not over for you, but it's like you got to go put the work in. And I don't understand why folks have such a hard time putting the work in and get the results if they want something different. Like, I just don't get it. Go ahead, Coco.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, exactly. Like to his point, right? Like, I think in their mind, that's the way they feel. It's over. But y'all, any of the guys, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. This is just the way I'm looking at it. I am a woman, so if I'm wrong, y'all could correct me. But I guess I'm looking at it like you don't have to be Kaya. Maybe it is over for you trying to be Kaya. Okay, she's a 23-year-old young woman. If you're past that, you past that. You can't go back. Okay, that part is over. But there could still be a man that is in your age group that would look your way if you would give him something to desire. You're not giving him anything to desire. Your attitude is bad. You, like you said, you lack the discipline, you lack the motivation. So if there is something physical that you need to change, you lack the motivation to do so. You're not disciplined. Like those types of things, right? Like you don't want to cook. So that's halfway why you mad at this girl. You don't want to do that. Like that, you don't do that kind of thing. Like you door dashing, which is part of your problem. But why don't you just make the changes? Just make the changes. Like, I mean, it's like, I guess I don't understand why we are so resigned to stay where we are. Like, these women will work hard for years at these jobs to climb that corporate ladder. These women will stay at school for 6, 8, 10 years to get that doctorate degree. But then when we say there's some adjusting that needs to be done to your attitude, when we say, hey, you're not as healthy, you're not as fit, as you should be, if you're someone who wants to get married, who maybe wants to have some kids, all of this, like, why is it that you'll work hard in these other areas, but you won't in these? You don't have to be Kaya. Your man is not asking you to be Kaya. He's with you because he like you. He just wants you to have the desire. Have the desire to want to cook for him. Have the desire to want to, what I'm saying, look nice for him. Have the desire to want to flirt with him. You don't need to be Kaya. You just need to be the best version of you. That's it. So I think it's
Seems
a
simple.
cop out. It's
Chloe,
not easier to just say get rid of her as opposed to saying let me change something about me.
Yeah, that's real. Go ahead, Vince.
I know you trying to be nice, Chloe, but it's over. It is absolutely over for these ladies.
You don't think they got a chance?
Nope,
Come on.
nope.
Oh, Ben.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give a perfect example. Lisa Ray. She should have wanted all that 20 years ago. The problem is the man that these ladies want do not want them. They can get a better deal. And I know they don't want to hear that, but that's just the truth. They can get a better deal, and everybody wants a good deal. Even when I was a bad deal, somebody wanted a better deal. And I always use myself for an example. I was college educated, but I had 2 kids. I was 24, and the women that I was attracted to were 24, graduated. They can get Kappa Mark, Q John, who was an engineer, and he ain't got no kids. He ready to start his own family. I already came with 2 kids. It was just a bad deal, and I didn't blame him. But as I got older, things kind of evened out, and it got better for me as I got older. That don't work for women a lot of times. Because the things that we value is youth, children, if possible. You know what I'm saying? We don't want somebody that's already been everywhere. We want somebody that we can experience new things with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's over for them. Just like Lisa Ray gonna say, well, I make more, in a month. I was like, well, you're not gonna get no millionaire because he can go get the 24-year-old you, the 34-year-old you, and maybe pop out a couple kids. They don't want grandma, Mimo. And that's the truth. Just like they didn't want me at 24 with 2 kids and an ex-wife. They could have got a better deal, and a lot of them did. They're my Facebook friends now. They got married right out of college. They have beautiful teenage sons, grown kids, and they got a better deal.
Right. That's real.
It's what it is.
Yeah, no, that's real, man. Appreciate that right there. That's real, man. That's real. Yeah, no, I think like I said, we gotta be realistic in some of these things, man. And like I said, once again, I think the missing piece is we always have to look at ourselves first. And we gotta look at ourselves first and look at what we're doing and how we moving. Yeah, but if we started doing that, I think we would move in these situations a lot differently. Yep, I think that we would look at these things with the level of seriousness that we need to look at them with, and we would stop playing out here. Yeah, that's one of the big things that a lot of folks out here doing. We're doing a lot of playing. Yeah, we know there's things that we need to be working on. We know there's things we need to correct, but we just gonna sit here and just sit back and just hope somebody just come along, and that doesn't work like that. If folks don't come along, if they can see you not motivated, they can see you not willing to do what you need to do. They can see the things about you that you know you need to change, but they see you not changing them and working on them. That tells people a lot about you. Yeah, so you can't just sit back and just, hope for the best. Like, it don't work like that. It never has worked like that. Yeah, but a lot of people have put themselves in that mindset like it's just gonna fix itself, and that's not how it works. It's not gonna fix itself. You got to fix it. Yeah, you got to put some effort in. You got to put some work in. And only until you do that will you see something different. But if we just going to continue to float along and play these games and be out here, nilly-willy, well, then we're going to get what we get, and that's going to be that. So, yeah, man, it's on us, man. We got to fix it. But I'm not holding us all night. I just wanted to get right to it. And then we getting out of here tonight. So I'm going to take some closing and we gone. Coco, you want to say anything before we get out of here tonight?
Yeah, the whole thing about men only to be honest, ladies, like we all thinking of ourselves. Like at this point, I have to say that to me, we seem to be in the most selfish time I think I've witnessed since I've been alive. Nobody is thinking of anybody else. Everybody's selfish. And does that mean that, I think we're all bad people? But I just think that I don't know. Prove me wrong. Like we're all having our moments. Every single person alive has selfish tendencies. We all have moments where we only think about ourselves. So it's insane that we're now pointing this out for other people, but when somebody calls us out about it, we don't want to take accountability for our own stuff. Take accountability for your own stuff. Some of the reasons why y'all are in bad relationships is because these people are a reflection of who you are. You got issues. And so you're picking other people with issues. And the relationships aren't working out. And then when the relationship doesn't work out, you blame the other person and you never take accountability for I guarantee you, the things about yourselves that's ending your relationships, they're happening in other areas of your life. It's happening in other areas of your life. Your friends, they don't want to tell you, they don't want to hold you accountable. So you actually get to believe, you get to think that perhaps the problem isn't you, but it's you. You're the problem. It's you. You're the drama. It's you. So I think for me, if we're going into a new year, I think the big thing this year is instead of blaming somebody else and projecting your problems on others, I think we all need to do some self-reflection. I've been asking y'all all year. I've been dang near begging y'all all year to do some self-reflection. Like it's almost 2025 and y'all still blaming everybody else for your problems. Like, let's not go into y'all still have a couple weeks left. Let's not go into 2025 still blaming other people for your problems. Let's not go into 2025 still carrying around the last 50, 60, 20, whatever pounds that you didn't. Let's be working on that. Let's just do better. Let's just do better. Let's stop hating on other people because they got something or we perceive that they have something that we want. Let's just do better.
Simple. Sounds simple to me. Let me did we lose Vince? We might have lost him. I think you might. Oh, there you go. Vince, you want to say something in closing, man? We're gonna get out of here, man. Come off mute.
Yeah, I just want to say you're gonna have to put in the work, man. I see a lot of the problems that we waste a lot of time with the wrong people as well. Me and Remy have a few friends that are single. We be trying to put them together, but they don't want to do the work. You know, they want to stay in these bad situationships. You know, they don't really want to cut things loose. And I say you can't really receive anything if you already got something in your hand. And I don't really know what it's gonna take. But I think you have to want it, man. You have to want a relationship. You have to want a life partner, if that's what you want to call it, husband, wife, or whatever. But I see a lot of people, they want it, but they don't really want to work it.
Right.
They think it's gonna be easy, and it's not easy. But I just wanted to hop on here and say, you know, hopefully everybody will have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I don't know if we're doing anything next week, but it's a beautiful life, man. I just want to jump on here and give y'all a little scenery from Utopia of the Seas. You know, because I love y'all, man. You know how Wednesday come around and we were sitting and having dinner, and Remy was like, I know you want to get on the podcast. I was like, no, I don't have to. She was like, we'll be done in a minute. I'll let you get on for a couple minutes. But, you know, she know I love y'all. And really, man, we just really want people to be happy, man. I think that the thing is, too, is that we're such in a good place that we just exude happiness and love for our people and love for humanity, man. And it's, you know, it's hard when you don't get that in return. You know, you smiling at people and they, you know, we asked these two ladies, I guess they was girl tripping because we wanted to take some pictures, you know, with the kids and everything. And I was like, well, I'll take a couple pictures of y'all and y'all take a couple pictures of us. And she looked at me like, talking to me for a second. Oh, well, we have reservations at 8. I was like, bitch, that's why you ain't got no man. You got a bad attitude. Man. I ain't telling that, but me and Remy was like, it's a cruise ship. I mean, you can get there when you get there. But they just was so like, stank face. And I was like, it was a horrible vibe, man. I just like to be around good people, man, and be around good vibes. And, you know.
No, I appreciate that, man. Like I said, tell Remy we appreciate it letting you on here, you know, letting you come on for a little bit.
But like I tell Remy, and she be like, Vince, I don't know why you like to stir people. I said, look, I'm trying to make America great again. That's why I'm on this cruise ship. I'm gonna enjoy my life. I ain't go all this sadness and the world about to end and dictatorship. Shit, I'm good. And y'all good.
For sure, for sure. You know what it is, man. You know what it is. Well, I say y'all enjoy that, man. Tell Remy we appreciate you hopping on with us, man.
All right, now I'm about to jump off. Hopefully I'll see y'all Wednesday. If not, man, Merry Christmas.
All right, man. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you, man. Enjoy
All right,
that,
now
man.
peace, everybody.
All right, take care. All right, JR, it's on you, man. You want to say anything before we get out of here, man?
Yeah, so yeah, thank you for having me on once again. And yeah, we know what we got to do. You know, we're highlighting the negatives, and obviously that's what we tend to focus on in the world. It's not perfect world, so things like this are happening, and I guess it's got to happen. We've got to go through it in order to, you know, come out on the other side and improve as people, human beings, and just start making the right choices for, you know, for the sake of the universe, our community, and then on top of that, everybody gets to thrive, both men, women, and children. You know, so yeah. But I hope you enjoy your holidays, your festive season. Enjoy your food. Merry Christmas, and I will see you when I see you again whenever you're on. If it's next week, if not, in the new year, I guess.
Yeah, we gonna keep running, man. But same to you as well, man. We gonna keep running. We might do a little something. We're gonna see how that play out. Appreciate that closeout right there, JR. Let me say this and then we go. Let me say this, then we go. At some point we got to make a decision, and we got to stop bucking each other. Yeah, we literally are dividing ourselves. We literally pushing each other farther and farther apart, and we got to let that go at some point. Yeah, we got to let it go at some point. We got to communicate. We got to start talking to one another and understanding each other and what each other is thinking and what each other is looking for. We got to have the conversations at some point where this thing is going to collapse out. So, man, this is on us, man. Yeah, it's on us to fix it, and we the only ones who can fix it. But at the end of the day, we got to make a decision that we want to, and that's where it all starts. But, man, shout out to my panel. Shout out to Coco. Shout out to Vince. Shout out to JR. Shout out to my guy, Joe. Appreciate y'all holding me down on the panel. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Y'all was going crazy tonight in the comments. Appreciate y'all supporting the platform, holding us down every Wednesday night. If you haven't already, smash that like button for us. Hit that subscribe, man. Hit that share as well. I said we want to get these conversations out to as many of our people as possible so we can change our trajectory as a whole. But, man, this is Kandid Konvos. We do this show every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We go live on YouTube and Facebook. So, man, spread the word. Help us build a platform and help us get to a better position as a whole. But, man, with that being said, everybody have an awesome night. We're going to catch y'all on the next one.